Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button, and keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy.
All right, folks, here we are on Friday, March 1st. We're going to take a look at Fisker today. So Fisker had an absolutely tragic / wild week here, or at least end of the week. You can see here on the chart, minus 34%. It was climbing a little bit prior to that, and then, just got crushed. It did have some decent days here, up over 9%, up over 12%, and then, yeah, you see what happens there. So a slew of bad news coming through. Um, I think I saw a really a really poor review of the car, though I couldn't find that again when I went to look for it. But there's all these downgrades. I mean, one of these is insane. Fisker price target cut to 80 cents per share from $4 by Citigroup. Okie dokie. And yeah, just it seems like there's warnings here of wondering if they have enough cash to operate through, I believe they said, the end of the year. And then toward the very end of the day today, they release that they're in advanced talks with a partnership with Nissan. And so, we had put out a video a few weeks ago where they had some breaking news where they were talking about enhancing and growing partnerships throughout the U.S., I believe. And so this is sort of like in addition to that, or sort of one of those being realized. But obviously, it wasn't able to make a huge dent. We can look intraday here. It did have a bunch of buy volume come in, and it pushed it up. I guess if you were able to ride that wave from about 40 cents to 58 cents, you made a really good, a really quick percentage gain there. But, you see then it coming back down a little bit. I don't know if it's going to be seen as sort of too little too late, or just, not enough of a catalyst to really outpace all of the seeming, bad news and rough news around Fisker. But that's where it is. Now, if we look at the chart and boil this down to just chart and levels, we had this downtrend resistance that had been caught under for a very long time. It broke free, but then on this plummet, it came back under, tried to escape, got pushed back under, and then just recently it was trying to push back out again. But once again, today's candle has sort of pushed it to a spot where it could very easily get drawn back under again. Now, right now, it's not. It's slightly above that downtrend resistance at about 48.25 there you see on the close. So we'll see if that continues to come into play or not. I'm going to leave it on the chart for now. Levels, if it does rise, if it has some power to rise, 52 cents would be the first resistance level I'd look at. There's probably a level here around like 61, 62 cents, but there's not a ton to go off of on that. And then up here at 73.41. If it's able to get up there, obviously that's quite a recovery, again, percentage-wise, but also, could be some strong resistance there. We'll see. If it does dip 37.70, 28.77, and 19.84 are levels that I would be looking at. And at that point, depending on how long it takes to get there, it may be caught under this downtrend resistance, and that may be playing a factor as well. Basically, then, the gist is going to be, if there's going to be any substantive turnaround, it's going to have to get through that that downtrend resistance and get some distance from it. Now, on the think or swim side of things, you see the plummet here, spent a lot of time out of the lower bound of the channel, finally made its way back in, tested the mid-range, shrugged off, got pushed out of the channel again, and came in and has not been able to retest the mid-range of the channel, which often is just a sign of there's just a lot more bearish momentum to be exhausted before it can get even enough recovery to get itself back to a lower price point in the channel by testing the mid-range. It finally did that, I guess just yesterday or the day before, and now with the catalysts coming in today and the steep sell-off, pushed right back out of the channel. Even about where it finished, the day was sort of a resistance of the lower bound of the channel. So we'll see if those continue to come into play or not. But yeah, that lower bound of the channel is right around where it closed today on Friday. And then the mid-range right now situated at 71.81 and the upper bound at 94.96. Now the interim levels 60.23 and 83.38. So we'll see if any of those sort of can provide some guidance. The challenge with those is they're all to the upside, right? So if you get more bearish momentum playing out, then, you know, again, these are the levels I'm going to keep an eye on, but it is quite challenging to try to decipher where those levels may be, since we are once again in no man's land. You know, and the bearish momentum did like a double dip here, had been dying down, but today picking back up again. We'll see if any of that is able to get sorted out or not. All right, folks, I hope that you had a nice trading week, and as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.